Good evening, good evening. I am going to wait for a couple people to join. Like as always, this is part two from last night. Now, last night, we did the cut off the Big Mat. So this is going to be part two. I'm going to be showing some other things on here. So as always, if somebody can give me a thumbs up or a heart that you can hear me, it'll be great. We are on YouTube and Instagram tonight. And tonight replay will be available for everyone. Yesterday replay was just for the subscribers, and I will post that later tonight with the PNGs. Thank you guys. So last night we did I showed you how to do the large cut, and you can even do it bigger in your Cricut. And then for those that don't even have a Cricut, you can print this in Canva. This is on 11 by 17, and you can make it so you too can craft. So that's one of the things too as well. And I just made some stands. Now for those that do have Cricut, you don't have to, like last night, just a recap, I went over whether it's 4 feet tall or whatever. You can print and cut something out, even this size in Cricut and Silhouette, but you would have to slice the image. So last night, I just was showing you like slicing and where to slice. Now for the Instagram subscribers, they're going to get far as where I show on the screen on the Design Space how to split. So I'll have that. I hope that part I should have tonight too, but I definitely know last night replay. Guys, this was my first week back to work, so I'm adjusting to a lot, so bear with me. But I got it and in the rhythm. So we're doing this. But I also, for some that don't know or do know or don't know how to do, if you have a Cricut, whatever, the Explorer family maker, you can now print on the large mat in Cricut. But you have to go to the beta. So how you do that, under your name, when you log into your Cricut, go to settings and switch to beta. And then for the paper size, you're going to have to select 11 by 17. So the max size that you can print in beta is 9 by 9 by 4 by 15. So you can now print in Cricut this size. So this is what I did as well. So this is even better than an 8.5 by 11. So if you wanted to make something like this large in Cricut, so just imagine I would probably make 1, 2, 3, print 4 of these, and there you go. You have something this tall. So you can do that. So for those that for the Instagram subscribers, I'm also going to include this list. And actually, I'm going to include the list too, the steps to set up beta and Cricut. I'll do that too for tonight's live too, for those that not. So this is really good. So then you don't have to worry about this. And something this size is perfect for your table, treat table, guest table. It's really cute. So, but I just wanted to show you that it can be done in Cricut now, but you just gotta change it from beta. Otherwise, you're gonna get the normal 5 by 7 by 6 by 7 5 whatever size. And I don't have my roller on here, but I wanted to do that. So just letting that cut so you guys can see that. So hopefully you can hear from it. So tonight I'm going to do one of the things a lot of paper crafters, this is one where you get into the money. So this is where, instead of working with a PNG, which is an image, or like a JPEG, which is an image, those are things that we print. With the SVG, we're cutting out the pieces. Now, this is where it's very detailed. So like these are pieces. So once we come together, we're going to create our image. It's time consuming. I'm going to try to speed it up for far as tonight. It won't be totally perfect because otherwise, like if it was for a customer, it takes a long period of time. But I actually, the person that sold this file and my Instagram subscribers, you'll get this file too with the SVG. They did okay with it. It's not that many pieces fit the SVG. Most people, you can create your own SVG. Go to free SVG, take a PNG and upload it to there. But for me, and I'll teach this in a class, like when you have a lot of images, I like to use the contour tool and Cricut, and I would just do different layers and layer them over top. But this was broken up. I could tell they just took some PNG and they uploaded it, and I really couldn't work with this, but I would probably have to find a good clean file. But I could do it. It would take some time for me to do it, and then I would work with it. That's what I would do. So before we get into that, and this is a new mat. This is something I cannot stand. New mat. Why they tear up our paper and take it? I'm going to go knock on the CEO of Cricut door and tell him, you owe me some card stock. Makes no sense. So that's cut out. So use that feature. So you can use that feature in Cricut. So this is fine. This is really nice. And this is the same size as the one, basically almost. Well, I made the one in Canva a little bigger, but this is the highest. So this is fine. So this is really nice. So you just have to print this on your rear printer too. So your printer has to be able to print 11 by 17. So that's that. So that's cool. So I'm going to sit down. And if you have questions, like how many people use the cutout feature on Cricut for big cuts? Now with this, I always, when I'm doing it, I like to have something printed so I know what I'm doing. So you have your base, your foundation where we're going to put everything on. And this is almost like cartooning, so we're going to leave a little bit of the black in here. So with this, I am going to be using some adhesive spray. I've never done her before. So, like where to go. So the face and like eyes. And I always, with these little itty bitty pieces, I put this, this is the stuff that's a pain in the butt. So this is where I got my wax stick and I got my little tweezers, and I'll use some, I know I had my little tweezers and stuff on here. So like where to put our stuff. So I think I'm gonna start from the bottom first, so I can get with the adhesive spray. And that's what you are going to do. And I usually would probably just line it up just like anything else first before I start. So you guys can see. So I'm just trying to give you an idea before you go putting some adhesive or something on here. Sort of keep it in comparison. You see the black outline. That's what I'm basically going to do. Wax paper, please. And you can start from however you want. Because her hair is black, I just made my whole piece on here. So that's what I did. And I need my adhesive spray. Let me go grab that from the bag real quick. So, and you just line this up. So has anybody done the set their Cricut machine to beta so they can cut the large size? Thank you. And if you don't know, this is my adhesive spray that I like. Michael, sorry. For me, for something this size, I wouldn't use this. That's just me. I mean, if you want to, that's a lot of squeezing. And I'm not going to do that. And I'm always double checking myself because you think you done turned it on the right way, and then you done sprayed adhesive spray on the wrong side. And you only need a little bit of this. But doing this takes a lot of time. So if you're pricing this is it's time consuming. But you guys can start to see what it does. It's like this detail. So it's totally going to be different from print and cut versus me cutting in cardstock. And believe me, and if you had a Bearly Art, I tell you, don't forget to put your needle inside because my tip is, oh, crap. My tip is clogged. So that's one of the things, like, so as a paper crafter, when you're doing these, like, even cake toppers and stuff and dealing with these little pieces, like, this is part of her finger. And I tell you, I just put little pieces like this in a bag because I'm like, I don't want to lose this. Because you'll be looking and you have to either slice around it or cut the whole image again. And I don't want to be doing that. And that's one thing, even with the Bearly Art, you gotta wait and let that dry too. That's one of the things, because it even leaves a little, it dries clear, but like, I'm not a fan. That's just me. And I got, and I gotta remember these sides, okay. And I have my wax paper and stuff, and I can just start to go. And it's basically...
You said, yeah, I have a little cup that I put all my pieces in.
You put all your pieces in? Yeah. Because if you lose those little pieces, I mean, to me, I don't even feel like doing anything anymore. You're like, I'm done. So that's why even like with cards, so people are thinking, oh, you're, it's just cardstock. No, it's not just cardstock. I mean, this takes time. So it's not just cardstock. And so you couldn't say, oh, I'm going to charge you $10 for something like this. I mean, that wouldn't be even feasible or even for your time of doing that. It's not. And I don't even know how this goes. So I see her here. So just putting this sort of together. And I don't have too many small pieces in here. There you go. So, and here. And that's where the thing is, like you're lining stuff up. So I wanted to show you for this, like tonight I said, when you're doing these little pieces and things like this, this is where your time and your money, your time and stuff goes. I'm making sure. There you go. I wish I had like a camera so you guys can see it and I'd have to line it up like that first. So it's like basically in putting a little puzzle together. And then you're taking your time on it. Because that's what you have to do. So I'm going to do like one piece first. And I just do a little bit of spray. And this is why my boning tool, because with adhesive spray, so I'm always like cleaning it off. Now for this character, I like, if you're going to try, you know, the SVG, I like the fact that the background, I mean, this is black, so it gives me my outline. So that's pretty good. But like with here, with the adhesive spray, for me, you see, even though this piece, using this, I mean, it's your personal choice. You can do whatever you want. But if I was selling it on something now, if it's a cake topper, depending on the little pieces, yes, I'll use this. But if it's like really big pieces, I'm not doing it. It's just very time consuming. That's mine. This is for paper. It doesn't leak through. And like Michael, hand me my eraser. Like anything else, I clean it up with my eraser. So it's no different. Thanks. But it's time consuming. This form of paper crafting I like a lot better. However, it is time consuming and more detailed. And just see how quick, even though I moved, I'm like, oh, did I flip it over? It's almost the same like if you're making t-shirts or doing something that needs to be mirrored and you forget to, you know, mirror it. And also what I like about this adhesive spray is I have time to remove it if I make a mistake. And I mean, this is already coming out like she's popping. And as you can see, like difference. So if I was making this or like a big one, maybe you just want to give it to the child, as you know, that's something just for them, like, you know, a special
Question on
thing.
Instagram, black piece, is that cardboard?
No, this is cardstock. This is cardstock. I think this is 65-pound weight, but this is cardstock. All of this is cardstock. And I mean, this actually is this isn't a bad file. So you guys who are getting it, it's pretty good. And one thing that I did now for my subscribers, it's me. You don't have to do it this way, but like with these, like when I cut them, so I know which ones are which, I numbered them on the back. So I took them like 1, 2, 3, 4. So I know what order to go in. That's just me. And actually, I was thinking, I try to be thinking stuff through. So that's just a tip. Anybody, you guys can use it, because when you have all these pieces, they start looking alike, and I don't want anybody to get like frustrated. But as you can see, by me doing that, I'm layering this down, and I mean, I move quicker. Been doing it for a while, but it helps. Certain little just tips and stuff that I do just help move things a little quicker. I don't know what I was doing. Her band needs to be up here. And then you're just playing up in here. So at least I sort of know what's going on with her hair. Because her eyes and things like that, and her ear, we'll do the little pieces last. And I got her shoulders and stuff like that. Actually, I could do her shoulders. That's fine. And you know what? Cricut, cut the shoulders on here. And this is one of the things where I fell in love with paper crafting and just different colors and stuff. Now, this is a brown cardstock. I probably would get something. I have a harvest or a light brown. I would get like a light brown, and I thought I had it. But like if I was making this for a customer, I would get a light brown. I mean, it's up to you, but the light brown would be really, really pretty. This is going to be fine. Most people, you know, when you're looking for flesh tone colors, so that's what you could get. And here. So it's hard to do that. But you see with these pieces, so if you guys want to do it, and because I know people that I've seen crafters make them like this big and cut out the cardstock, and it's really pretty, but it takes a lot of time. So like if it's something special, a keepsake or something you want to create, you can do. But I wanted to show it's a lot of pieces, like a puzzle. Don't want to get frustrated. And I'm doing the Instagram, YouTube, little quick version. But it can be done. So those someone say, "Oh, I saw Leslie do this in less than an hour or so." But I had cut out the pieces. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you something. I'm showing you this. This is why I like this adhesive spray. So I had my band too high up, and I was able to remove it. And I'll just take my eraser and get any of that extra adhesive. And it's still, and I'm not going to spray anything, and this is not going to come off. That's one of the things why I like about that 3M. It gives me time. Now, if I wanted to, I could. Some adhesives, you can't do that, and it's messy because then it's seeking through your paper and stuff like that. But I was able to move this off and reposition it. That's fine for me. I mean, because nobody is perfect. Everybody makes mistakes, and as you say, these are little pieces. You know, some people use this thing and the tweezers. I'm more like somebody baking. Sometimes I want to feel everything where I do it, but you can, this is just as good too. I'm telling you, numbering these pieces is easy. So now I know where stuff go. I mean, unlike a puzzle, like, oh, let me see if the piece fit. No, I don't think it fits. You really can't make any mistakes here with her. And actually, even with the green, I thought even like a lime, like this is a mint green. Like this is my green I used for baby showers. Mint green. I have never found. This is called Park Green. And if you're doing like baby showers and want something mint green, this is the perfect mint green. I have never found any other green as pretty as this, the mint green. So I was looking for another type of green for this, but this is all I had. But like I say, I was able to move that. And I could even move this again because part of it is bothering me. So let's get more to the detail. So now I'm going to add her ear. This is the paint in the butt pieces, like the ear. I gotta make sure. Yeah, that's it. And I sprayed too much on here, so I made a mistake. And that's it. Let that dry. And then we have a shoulder piece. So you guys can see. So which one are you feeling? Print and cut or cutting all this out?
Someone said print and cut.
Print and cut. Because I mean, and with these little pieces, that's why I'm leaving the little ones at the end. Like these eyeballs and stuff. I'm like, this is for the birds. And I'm like, OMG. So, print and cut. Yeah.
Print and cut seems to be the consensus.
Print and cut. And then you're imagining somebody, well, I want to cut like this, but I want to pay you $10. You're like, what's that? Beyonce to the left, whatever, or something.
Yep. YouTube and Instagram agree. Print and cut.
Print and cut. But I wanted to show this because this is detail and stuff, and I mean, it's pretty, but like, it's work.
Tedious.
It's very, very, very tedious, guys. Y'all gotta pray for me because I want to take this off so bad because it's banned and this because I don't like it. So now we're gonna go to these itty bitty pieces, and these are the things that if you lose, and you're like, what in the world? And since I got adhesive already on my fingers, making sure here. In my opinion. Oh yeah, that is right. And this is why, like these little pearls in the lip, I'm like, these little pieces here. And if you've done this, but in my one course, I'm going to show you how I would do it. Like each layer, I've done stuff where it'll be at each end of it and I stack on top, and then it's not as bad. I wouldn't mind with that, but that's changing That's changing the file. And that's what I would do. And now I gotta figure out which side of the eye is right. She's looking crazy. What's this one? There you go. I don't know if I should have made her eyes this color though. On her. There. Oh, okay. But as you can see, like I said, this is a puzzle. I'm not feeling her eyes, but and I hope I ain't have any pieces I lost or her black her eyelashes. I hope I didn't lose that. Because she won't have any. Okay. There you go. So y'all get the gist on here. Oh, I see. It's a real little, it's a dot. The dot is no bigger than, now you can use Barely Art or something with this. I'm using my spray adhesive. Because as you can see, this thing is little.
It's almost like you're building one of those ships in a bottle.
It is. That's what it feel like. But again, this is why I like this adhesive. I can move this. And I'm telling you, this is with these little pieces and stuff. And sometimes when something has a bunch of little pieces, I'm not doing it. Unless I can, I'll contour it really quick in Cricut and, oh, crap over. And make it one piece. But this one, I couldn't on here. Oh. And just to show you, I mean, and this is crazy, but you can, I have a really little piece that looks like,
It's the light in their eye.
yeah. And that's where you're gonna go. Now I don't like this brown that I chose for the eye, sort of.
You should have one for each.
Yeah, I have one for each. It doesn't, I don't like it, but anyway, let me get this going. So yeah, when you get these little pieces like this, I mean, because with this adhesive spray, something is small, it'll blow it away. So that's where you can use the Barely Art. And you guys can't even see this. This is a dot. And this is where I just use my, my nozzle is stuck. And I poured too much, so. And this is one of the ones, if you drop this on the floor, you wouldn't like yourself for a second.
Someone just joined on Instagram asking if this is paper that you work with. This is all
It's cardstock. So
all
if you want to
cardstock.
call it paper. Yeah, so this really wasn't, I didn't like the selection of the brown, but this is what I had and I needed to show you guys. But if I was making this or the solid, now I don't do this, but this is something as a paper crafter, people always, want to do. So, like I said, print and cut is perfect. But if you want to cut it out, I wanted to show you this piece so small.
Someone did comment they like the look of the paper.
Yeah, the look of it is really nice. It is. And like I'm just showing you, this is Instagram, this is Russian like, but if I was, it would take me a couple days and very intricate, and I have my music on in my time and I would do this. It is very, very pretty. It is very pretty. That is true.
Someone on Instagram said the twinkle in her eye could be a rhinestone.
Oh, you can do, I've seen it done many ways. Yeah, you can do that too. I cut out her lips in glitter. So right now I'm just trying to make sure her eyes aren't coming out right. So I hope I ain't put the wrong. This was not a good color selection that I chose. Okay. There you go. Tell you. So, yeah, you could do that as long as you charge for those rhinestones. I mean, in this one little eye dot, it's not even.
Well, Instagram said I like when it's paper. You can add different elements like glitter cardstock, textured cardstock. Print and cut is so flat, but such a time saver.
Yeah, it is. It is. And you know what though? I'm gonna be honest. How many people do you really feel like you're crafting if you are a crafter if you print and cut all the time?
Or do you feel like you're cheating?
I mean, so here, and I gotta let her dry. I'm not even. I wouldn't have chose this color, but at least she got some eyes on here. So, do anybody feel like, hey, am I really? I mean, you're a craft because you just print and cut everything. I think that's one of the things. I mean, if any like crafters, like I just, especially you see these elaborate cake toppers, different stuff. I just got to show people that I'm really a crafter and I'm going to cut out all these pieces and paper and stuff.
Alex Craft Keys on Instagram said, and I've blinged my print and cuts to add more dazzle.
Yeah, you can do that. Guys, look how little these little green dots are. This is going to be barely art because if I use the adhesive spray, they're going to blow away. And I don't know which one goes with which. So we just going to, that one's going to wing. And then we're going to do her lips. And this is where you'll definitely need your tweezers. Thank you. Definitely need your tweezers for this. Unless you have really small fingers. Since my tweezers got adhesive spray. Now, the good thing is all this dries clear. And everything was cut out between 12 by 12. While the black was 12 by 19 cardstock. That's the wrong side. Flipped over. But I don't know, one of my subscribers on here, he was going to do this, and which he would do a fabulous job, but I was like, you really want to do this? On big, I'm like, that's a lot of work. You got to think about that. I wouldn't.
You just have to remember to price accordingly.
Yeah, you price accordingly, but also you got it with time. And when you're doing something like this, I mean, if you're selling it, that's fine. If you want to purchase it, I would just, like I say, give it to, you know, the person, the kid, the one, if it's their birthday, just something special. But I'm not going to just do it. Now, this is where, like you say here, with this, you can bling it up. I wanted to bling up her, her lips a little on here. And then we add the white. Oh, she's looking pretty. So I gotta make sure, because I have the white. And this is, I love this frost white cardstock. This is so pretty. It's really white. You know how some whites look pale? I love this white. It's beautiful. And I won't go to any other white cardstock other than this. It's called Frost White, and it's really pretty, especially like for winter themes, anything white. And it's just one of my favorites. Now, what I do like about this file is, at least, you know, like the black outline, so you're not putting everything close together. So sort of help you with this. Like I said, excuse me. And that's one of the things, like I said, like I like about this. I have to move this down a little bit. This white is so bright, it almost, you know how people get those veneers and their teeth is just too white? This white is beaming white. Wait till you see it. Oh, I love it. We have to clean everything and get this adhesive off. But I just wanted to show you guys like the difference, because if you're interested in doing it, go for it and do it. Just, you know, take your time. I mean, I'm doing it a little fast for social media and everything. But it would take me some time, because I would really want to, with my pieces and everything. And I'm not even feeling her mouth. She looked like she got that white is so white. Oh, we're not feeling that. I'm not feeling that at all. She's not pretty. She was when I laid her down. Hold on. Sorry guys, my I'll have to. This is why I like this. He said, "Let me see if this is gonna work on here." So I might have to cut out another piece. Well, there you go. I'll make that work. Let me see. Okay, it's much better. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have used glitter. Red glitter almost looked like a cheap lady in there, so I wouldn't use the red glitter on here. But if I had to do this, yeah, in the color, so I would use like a light brown if you want to do this instead of the dark. This is brown. This is my brown that I use like chocolate. So this is what I had in a mint green. But I would do light brown. But as you say, the cardstock, like look at her eyes and stuff. It's much better. I mean, you can tell difference. And I would clean this up and stuff. I don't like her lips with this red on this, but I like this file. So this Instagram subscribers, you guys gonna get this. They got the Cinderella, the Belle, I can't think of the other Disney character, but this is good. So actually the files aren't that bad, so you'll be able to use your PNGs, or also if you want to cut this out too. But I like this one here, one thing. So it is pretty good. Other than these little pieces like this, which could be annoying, if you want to go and try it, you can. I mean, it does make a difference if you guys can see that on your table. I mean, now these lips, disregard that. I would do this lips. I'd probably take this off because this glitter is throwing me off. But, and the brown. But, other than that, when you're layering the cardstock, that's what makes it look a lot better and things like that. That's so really easy. And I think last night, if you guys want to make like a real quick stand for your stuff, I mean, you can get the adhesive like easel backings and stuff from like Hobby Lobby. I don't know if you can get them from Amazon. A lot of times I just make stuff quick. This is just the foam board that I get from, you can get this from the Dollar Tree. I just cut it up. Just think of back things to hold stuff like just a shape. For example, like this. I'm not thinking of anything selling. Like this is for you. So take a rectangle. And this is even like with the blocks that you see people make out of the corrugated parts, out of the plastic. When you're using, and I'm just taking a cutter, don't go all the way down. I'm just going to bend a little bit. And think about that, even with the box, you don't need a lot in it. And I'm going to see, my flaps may be too short for this, but I'll see if this works. So with crafting, a lot of times it's just with shapes and stuff. So like if you're making props for a party, putting stuff on the table, I mean, times are tough, and anytime you can save money, if this is something you're doing for your own, you can make this yourself. Nobody's going to see this. Say like if this was on a dessert table or something, nobody's going to see that. You know. And I might have made her flat. It's not down enough. Hold on. I need that. Do I have time to take this off? That's not forgiving. That's that Gorilla Glue. I could take this off. I know how to fix this. I would put another strip, and I don't
You
have
need to
it.
cut an angle off of the lip.
Yeah. I'll see if it works this way. And guys, this is stuff here, like when we would do parties with stuff, like you gotta think on your feet, something don't work. And you're like, oh my goodness, how to get the, I basically just now, these are the same thing that in the store, like, okay, let me see. But what I didn't bring it down too much. This Gorilla, this is, I didn't,
Yeah, you just
don't matter. I want this stand to stand up, so she's fine. This Gorilla Glue, I'm gonna tell you, that's my favorite glue stick. It's not forgiving. It don't give you any time at all. And I hope this works just for you guys because I'm over here. But that's one of the things. That's my favorite. But Gorilla Glue stick. And why was I putting it on this? That wasn't even the right one. I wasn't even doing the right one. So you guys get what I'm saying. She's up and going. I was supposed to put it on this one. That was the whole point. Anyway, but you can do stuff like that. So like if this is facing your front of the table, nobody gonna see it. Like your cake table, dessert table, you can put this up. You can even put them up, rectangle table. You get the 6-foot tables and put it on there. Crafting, it don't have to be, if you can't afford for anybody else to do it, you can do it, make the stuff. Your kids will love it, family, whoever you're making it for. Or you can buy some stuff from crafters, like certain special pieces, like cake toppers, if you're not really good at making cake toppers or favor boxes. And then some of the stuff, like decorations, you can do yourself. So like this, you can do yourself. You can either print this out if you have a Cricut and you're learning, print it out, or like the one year, this printed out with your printer, or go to FedEx or something, or Kinko's, and get stuff printed out and hand cut it out and make you some backing. So it's different ways you can celebrate and keep it budget friendly if you are on a budget. But if you can afford to go all the way out, go all the way out. It's some great crafters. I do orders too as well, but it's plenty of great crafters here on Instagram, and I have fellow crafters that work with. They do jobs. I can't do it all, nor can they do it all as well. So that's what you can do. But plan early, plan accordingly. But also for crafters, if you're going to be starting to make stuff like with this, think real heavy about how you're going to price this, because you got to do with your time. Like this was for Instagram, YouTube, less than an hour. I mean, this really isn't a good job, but I would do a heck of a job as far as I was doing some time. She would look like she is glowing, and it would even be from the cardstock. I would be getting my swatches of cardstock and making sure everything is right. But I used what I had tonight just to show you what you can do, but this is the difference. For me, hands down, where we are with time and depending on your learning level, print and cut is the way to go. This is nice if I want to do something special and I'm giving it to someone, that's fine, and they would keep it as a keepsake. Some kids would even keep this as a keepsake because I have stuff on it, but you can do it. My Instagram subscribers, I'm going to give you guys I think it's getting late. Definitely by tomorrow, you'll have the design space. Tonight, you'll have last night replay, and the night's replay will be available for everybody. And I'm also, for those that don't know how to set their Cricut to beta so they can print uncut on a large scale, 11 by 17, I'm going to put that in the replay for tonight too, so you can do it. It's real easy. So you can do that. So as always, I thank you guys for joining us, and I will see you on Monday. It is going into March Madness. All new courses will be announced on Saturday that we have coming out. So we got some fun courses coming up. So hope to see a couple of you in the courses.